All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 168-pound division, where we are 1 week out from the big mega fight taking place between Canelo Alvarez and Jermell Iron Man Charlo, in a fight that is being marketed as undisputed versus undisputed. And a renowned boxing trainer makes a prediction for a fight that is a little bit shocking to a lot of people, not necessarily me. And that is Canelo Alvarez may very well be in trouble with this guy, Jermell Charlo. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 168-pound division, where we're going to have a good time 1 week from today. Win, lose, or draw for either party. I am very, very happy that this fight is about to get made. Jermell Iron Man Charlo, the undisputed champion at 154-pound, in the 154-pound division, out of Houston, Texas, is going to be fighting one of the legends of the game. Whether you like him being a legend of the game or not a legend of the game, or you don't like the term legend, you know what I mean? He's the big cash cow. You know what I mean? He is Sal Canelo Alvarez, who is always going to put a lot of butts in the seats and always going to have a lot of people, as long as he's not over there on the zone hidden in a bushel, going to have a lot of people buy his fights, and it's going to be a really interesting thing going on. And so this is going to be a big fight. Freddie Roach gave his opinion on the fight, as well as several other experts. And they have started saying things that are very similar to what I've been saying for the last several years. And that is that Canelo Alvarez is on the slide. And it's been very apparent that he's been on the slide. The question is he gone to the point where Jermell Charlo can jump up several weight classes and beat him? Now, before I get into the details of it, though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you are a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you so much. It really does mean a lot to the channel. So super thank you. Appreciate you, especially my guy, Matty Yo and Barbara D. Thank you. But let's get into this. So Freddie Roach says, look, man, I think Jermell Charlo can beat Canelo Alvarez, and he may stop Canelo Alvarez, because Canelo Alvarez is not the same Canelo Alvarez anymore. He's shop worn. He's over the hill. That is pretty much what Freddie Roach said. I've also heard several other people say that. I do believe I heard Abner Mares say something close to that effect as well about Canelo Alvarez going into this fight with Jermell Charlo. So heading into this fight, we have two big points of interest going into it, because people keep trying to ask me, make a prediction for the fight. Make a prediction for the fight. What's your prediction for the fight? My prediction for this fight is that I don't know. It depends on a lot of things. First of all, they're both excellent fighters. But like I said, the two things that I think really hinges is, one, Jermell Charlo's inactivity, and the fact that he has only fought once in the last 2 years, which is just a continuing theme out here in boxing. And for PBC critics, I will tell you, yes, that is something that we continue to see over there in the PBC, that you have fighters that go long periods of time without fight. In this particular instance, it was Jermell Charlo's hand. So there's, related to that inactivity is Jermell Charlo's hand. The issue on Canelo Alvarez's part is all of his accomplishments. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean exactly that. All of his accomplishments. The man has over 60 fights. And he's done a lot in 60 fights, but he still had over 60 fights. And when you are over 60 fights and you are over 15 years to 20 years as a professional, because if he's 34 years old, so he's pushing up on 20 years as a professional. If he's not 18 years as a professional, from what I see, because I know he turned pro early, you have all those training camps, you have all those sparring sessions, you have all those fights. Plus, he's got fights that he said that are not even on his BoxRec record that he had in Mexico. So he is somebody that has been around, had a lot of fights. And you've seen over the last several fights where there were fights where he was expected to win in dominating performance, and he didn't. Right? Now, I will dismiss the Dimitri Bivol fight and just say he ran into somebody that was an exceptional fighter, and he lost that fight because he just ran into a better fighter. Let's just chalk that up to that one. But John Ryder and Gennady Golovkin, Gennady Golovkin is like 40 years old. And Canelo Alvarez was absolutely beating him up in the first half of the fight. But as the second half of the fight came along, Canelo Alvarez was not able to pick up and push on it anymore. And Gennady Golovkin put up a better fight in the second half of the fight than he did in the first half of the fight. I think the same thing could be said with this fight with John Ryder. And John Ryder is a good fighter, 168 pounder out of I believe he's out of the UK. He's a very good fighter. I'm not saying that John Ryder is not a good fighter. He's a very good fighter. And because he definitely, I think the guy that I think he got robbed against was Callum Smith. He wound up beating Danny Jacobs, but I think Danny Jacobs won that fight. So, but anyway, you get my drift. He's a good fighter. I don't think he's a super other level fighter, but he's a good fighter. And he gave Canelo Alvarez a lot of problems. So now you have a guy moving up that is from 154 pounds that really is naturally bigger than him. Jermell is a big guy. Jermell's about 6 feet tall. He started his career at 154, just like Canelo Alvarez did. He just stayed at that weight a long time while his brother moved up to 160. But Jermell wound up clearing out 154. He's very confident. He can box, he can bang. He can box, he can bang, he can take a punch. He's got a chin. He has all those things. He has very good footwork. Provided he doesn't, and he has good foot speed. So provided he doesn't move all the way up, he doesn't get too heavy and it really weighs on him because he decides to come in at, at 168. My understanding is that he's gonna fight somewhere around 164, 163, 164, which just means he's probably not gonna do that last week of weight cuts. He's going to basically, his body should be in the same situation that it was in when he was fighting at 154, maybe just a little bit heavier because he doesn't have to do the rehydration that he would do if he got all the way down to 154. So all of those things tell me that these predictions and these things that are being said by Freddie Roach and Abner Mars and other people could very, very well be true. And it's a situation where Canelo better not get old overnight. But at the same time, that is counterbalanced by the fact that Jermell better make sure that he's as sharp as he possibly can be. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.